with Stolzmann's Infect deck in Modern.
That thing was sweet.
Gets the card banned.
All right, so here we have Charles Reid, and he is playing zombies with some very interesting choices in here.
It looks like we're starting the round, so it's 0-0. Just in case there's some confusion.
No, I think this is game 3. Isn't it? It's game 3.
Are we still in the round? Okay.
Yeah. Still round 2. So Charles on the draw with a Gravecrawler. Mike Reilly had things starting off with a Sun Petal Grove.
Okay. So Mike is a green-white ramp deck that has 2 Entreat the Angels in the main deck, 3 Gideons, and sideboards a pair of Terminus, a pair of Karn Liberated, and a Batterskull.
That seems pretty sweet.
So he is going real big. He is splashing a mountain for 2 Kessig Wolf runs, and that's his red commitment.
I like it.
Yeah.
I actually like that deck a lot. This looks like a deck that Reid Duke would play.
Yeah, he has 4 Primevals, 4 Solemns, 3 Elish Norn. I'm not sure.
That's a lot of Elish Norn.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm not sure. He's playing main deck Timelies.
I've played 3 Cool Ultimatums in a deck before.
Yeah. This seems like we could see some miracles on the right here.
Ooh, Skursdag High Priest.
But like him peeling Terminus off the top at any point is a big deal.
You know, Skursdag High Priest, pretty miserable against these types of decks.
Yeah.
You want that guy against creature decks because then you can like force trades and.
Yeah. Oh, he has a Terminus in hand. And a Day of Judgment, looks like.
And a Gideon.
Yeah. This is going to be a tough curve for Charles to beat.
Things looking pretty good for Mike Reilly at this point. So, Mike, I mean, I think you just burn the Day of Judgment. Really not a big deal to 1-for-1 your opponent. You don't really need to search for value that hard when your hand has that much
mass removal. Yeah. Yeah, because if you can just curve into Gideon and then Terminus, like a Gravecrawler and a Grolf's Messenger, then you're doing just fine.
Yeah, like if you Gideon into any sort of Wrath effect that actually clears their board,
yeah,
it's extremely difficult to lose. So you have 5th land?
5th land is going to be kind of important. Grafdigger's Cage. Ooh. That's surprisingly good here.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to prevent this
no 5th land
from coming back. It's going to
so it shuts out Gravecrawler. Yeah, shuts out Gravecrawler. Shuts off the Undying from Messenger. Mortarpod, not quite the machine gun that Zombies is used to having.
Alright, so in for another 3, driving Mike Reilly down to 13 here. Mike with another land. Here's some options. I think he just Gideons and destroys the Charels Messenger.
No, I think you plus it.
Really?
I would definitely plus. Because it's loss of life, not damage when...
Messenger's not even coming back.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I guess...
Yeah,
-2.
Literally just
I'm at Mortarpod, yeah.
It looks like he's going upstairs. No, he's thinking about it. I appreciate that he's giving this some thought.
Yeah.
-2, do it. Nah, he decided to go +2. There's an argument for +2. It's fine.
I don't think it's good. I sort of reflexively thought that and then realized that he had Grafdigger's Cage in play. It's way better to just kill his 3/2. Because now it goes to 5.
Yeah, I mean, next turn it'll go to 7.
Yeah, but the point is you still need to Wrath away his 3/2 that doesn't undie. Whereas your Gideon could just be at 4 right now and not facing down a 3/2. So he basically lost a loyalty counter on that decision.
All right. And he's got some options. He can wrap the board this way, or wrap the board that way.
Day of Judgment and Terminus, surprisingly similar with Grafdigger's Cage and Play.
Yeah. Alright, plussing this Gideon.
And it looks like he is using mana to make it uncounterable.
Makes it uncounterable Primeval Titan. And again, I'm a little surprised that the Gideon, keeps going upstairs.
Would you have gotten in for 6 there?
No. There's way too, spot removal can just get you, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. We're about to see this Titan get its throat gone for.
But again, I think -2 the Gideon, kill the Charels Messenger. I don't +2 the Gideon.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's a very fair line of play.
He's Cajun play. Messenger's not coming back.
Yeah, I agree.
Your opponent, if once that Charels Messenger is not on the table, your opponent has almost no way they can win the game.
Yeah. You have some interesting card choices over there on that list.
Zombies list?
Yeah.
Machias the Unhallowed?
Uh-huh. Now keep going. There's more.
It's pretty interesting. Diagraph Captain? Pretty interesting. Zombie Apocalypse? Very interesting.
Yeah.
He's got a horror movie deck.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Cemetery Reaper, Phyrexian Obliterator, Grim Grin Corpseborn. This dude is playing the literal theme deck.
One Cemetery Reaper. He has double Grave Titan.
Yeah.
Hey, those are pretty good, actually. Grave Titans. I mean, do you think Charels has another removal spell? How many can he really keep in against a deck like this?
Right. I mean, how do you even sideboard against the Mono Wrath deck that is also playing, Gideon, which you can't really beat unless they, I guess, activate it and you get to Doomblade it. So you just cut all your removal, lose 2, and treat the Angels, Planeswalkers, and Elishnorns. He did not build his deck for speed as much as some other Zombies lists.
Alright, yeah, and if he's casting Terminus here, we can expect him to start getting in with the Gideon.
Yeah. The full-on Banishing Stroke. Okay. Gravecrawler. You're up.
Gravecrawler? Not the most impressive, but
Charles
just
with
fine.
no cards in hand, a Gravecrawler, a Mortar Pod, a chip, a chair, and a hope.
Mike, also with nothing at this point. Charles gets in for 2 with this Gravecrawler.
Attention right players, it's time to round 2. Active player, finish your turn.
That's a good one. Now, Charles made a pretty big mistake here, not equipping that Gravecrawler with the Mortar Pod, and he's about to get punished really hard for that.
Do tell.
Timely reinforcements.
Ooh. Yeah, I was wondering how he could get punished for that, but
that's a way to get punished for that.
That is brutal.
Are these two guys have an 8-minute time extension?
George Washington.
Mike Reilly with dollar bills as tokens. Actually, not DCI legal.
Not allowed to use money as tokens?
Not allowed to use money as tokens.
Interesting.
Yep.
Understandable.
It makes people who are walking by think you're gambling. That's one major problem with it. The problem is that it's kind of just not very tasteful.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. The $1 bills are fine. I don't have a problem with those. Jordan Berkowitz used to use $100 bills as goblin tokens, which is a little obnoxious.
Really?
Yeah. All right. So we got some soldier tokens.
George Washington is done riding to the defense of Mike Reilly.
George Washington, one of my favorite things about George Washington, he has a poodle haircut. He looks like a poodle. And I love poodles. Regular viewers will know that. All right, so Mortar Pod gets onto this Gravecrawler and
A little
attacks Mike Reilly.
So it gives +0, +1, so I would think a double block is in order. Yep.
Yep, now 8-minute time extension. All tied up, both players just kind of in a top deck war. I think Mike has a Wrath Effect in hand.
Well, it's
Does he have an
actually
Ink Moth?
he has a Wolf Run, which is actually
Oh, and he has the one.
And the
so
one
he can
mountain.
kind of just, that's the whole game by itself.
piles it up, sorts it back out, counts it.
So 8, so 9, so Charles goes into 11.
I think. Yeah, no, it goes to 11.
Ooh, Drawl's Messenger, decent top deck for Charles, but
Yeah, the Timely did gain him 6 life, I believe. So I think he's at 10.
he was at 12 and then gained 6, went to 18, right? And then
I don't think he's taken 14 since it has Timely Reinforcements.
yeah, I highly doubt that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's at 10.
Okay.
But I also don't think it's as relevant. Looks like we just got him dead to a whole lot of Wolf running. Charles just getting really flooded out here.
Yeah, it's
And
looking like
normally,
Charles, yeah,
normally that would actually be a fine thing. He could just work his Mortar Pod extra hard. He could,
Grafdigger's
Drawl's
Cage
Messenger. Yeah.
Yeah, like he had Mortar Pod with all those Gravecrawlers. Like, had he gotten flooded and his opponent not had the Grafdigger's Cage?
It would have been 3 mana, shoot you for 1.
Yeah, or 3 mana shoot, whatever for 1 even.
Yeah.
So, get rid of that token that killed me.